Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I am on a dual carriageway approximately 10 minutes away from Rockingham Speedway or Rockingham Motor Speedway, which is a very American term for a race circuit because Honda are celebrating 25 years of Type R and Fireblade. Now you'd think that I'm going to try out the new Civic Type R, which I am, but I'm not actually going to be talking about that, or even the entire video is, I'm going to ignore the Civic because I thought it was a good opportunity for me to lose my motorbike virginity. I've never ridden on a motorbike. I've sat on one. I've sat on two motorbikes and revved one at Goodwood Festival Speed. So today I'm going to go on one for the first time, and I thought, what better opportunity than having a race circuit, that will probably have all of the equipment, or Honda that will provide all of the equipment, and obviously motorbikes and a driver. I don't even know what shape of bike this is, whether it's like a big cruiser, whether it's like a fast bike or a motocross bike. Fundamentally, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to get an experience of going on a motorbike under my belt. I've sat here now for a good couple of minutes whilst I stare at these Honda Type R and Fireblade signs. I'm really nervous about going in and signing on and being like, yep, I'm signing to go on to the back of a motorbike. This is not how I think anyone intended me to ever look. I am so tightly sewn together by my motorbike leathers, and it is just becoming quite apparent how little safety you have on motorbikes. Essentially, I'm wearing all of the airbag aids that are possible if something was to go wrong. So I've got shoulder pads, I've got elbow pads, I've got knee pads, I've got like a back, so I've got a back thing here. Essentially, this suit is the only thing that is going to keep me safe if I fall off the bike. NSX over there looks cool. Starting to regret my decision of choosing to do Superbikes. Do I get on first, or do
well, I'll get on first. So I've got the bike, and will you climb on now? Put one foot on there.
One foot on there?
Yeah. And over you go. Are you okay?
Like that?
That's it. So you're gonna have to hold round here.
Yep.
And if you feel yourself being pushed forward,
yeah,
just feel for the tank, and you can push against that. Okay. So for the most part, just round me.
Yeah.
And that should be enough, quite honestly. on air now.
Yeah. Holy.
Enjoy it.
I've had to run and grab my camera. Oh my god. I have no idea what the GoPro caught there. That was my first ever time on a motorbike at the Rockingham Speedway. On one of them. And whilst the first few laps were building up speed, there are no words to describe the feeling of when the accelerator starts getting squeezed. Just how I felt totally, I felt like I had to convince my brain that I was in the safe hands of someone that knew what they're doing, because I was in complete safe hands, and I felt unsafe. I felt I was the unsafe one, and I didn't want to drag him off the bike. I knew he knew what he was doing, but there was just something in the back of my head that was like, I've never done this before, I have no idea what I'm doing. Do I hold on to him? I got told all of the safety instructions, but it just went all out the window. When it comes to a superbike versus a supercar, let's say, because let's be honest, that's what I can compare it to. Bugatti Veyron, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. That superbike, very, very similar 0 to 60 times. What is the difference in terms of feeling, experience? And for me, Bugatti Veyron being comfortable, being luxurious, being £1 million, when you do a 0 to 60 time in the Bugatti Veyron, you are comfortable, you feel safe, you're in a cabin, and whilst it is incredibly, incredibly fast and everything zips past you at 1,000,000 miles an hour, doing it on a superbike when there is nothing between you and the floor and the barrier if something was to go wrong, but still doing the same 0 to 60 time as a Bugatti Veyron, feeling the wind, feeling every element shift you across from the bike, because it's a very slippery seat. Like, it is not a comfortable leather bucket seat like the Bugatti Veyron. Everything in your brain is concentrating on keeping you on the bike and as safe as possible, but in the back of your mind you're thinking, if something is to go wrong, that's it, you're finished. Would I own a superbike? Whilst I respect the adrenaline junkies, the people that ride these superbikes around the Nürburgring, that race them in MotoGP, I have a newfound respect for anyone that rides a bike in general. It's just, I would need a lot more minutes, hours, and what the instructor who was taking me out was saying is I've essentially jumped into what is one of the toppest tiers, or the highest tiers of speed on motorbikes that you can possibly do. And I've never ridden a motorbike until today, and to do that, he said I was pretty good at being a passenger, which I'm thankful for because I didn't die. But my heart is still racing and probably will be continuing to race quite highly for the next 24 hours. But that is it. That is my superbike experience, my first superbike experience, finito. Now I have to go back and pray to God, keep my fingers crossed, that the GoPro footage was able to capture the essence, the speed, the lean, how close I was to death pretty much for the entirety of this morning. There is going to be a house/apartment update coming up very, very soon, as well as a Lamborghini update, because we're quite close to selling that car. So I will see you very soon. Goodbye, guys.